Hi, I'm Dorothy Godin, broker with Remax Crown Realty here in Sudbury, and welcome to Thursday Thoughts. Let's talk about two of the most important tools when you're trying to list a house. Um, MLS, Multiple Listing Service, which is trademarked by Korea, the Canadian Real Estate Association, and run by our local boards. And this is the system where all the listings go. And it is the most powerful tool. Well, perhaps one of two most powerful tools. We'll talk about the other one later. But it is the most powerful tool, and it is where the magic happens. If you do nothing else but put your listing into the MLS system, you are doing what you need to do. Everything else is there to support, and sometimes I say everything else is about fluff, but that's not necessarily true. But the MLS system is where the magic happens. Once your listing is on the MLS system, it is shown to every realtor in the area. So it goes on the hot sheets. Here's a new listing. Every realtor can see it. Also, every buyer who is in that system is going to see your listing. So if I have a buyer, and let's say my buyer wants New Sudbury only, and they want to pay between 500 and 600,000, I will put my buyer into the MLS system, and so that anytime a listing comes up that's in New Sudbury and within their price range, they are automatically going to get an email with that listing. So it's a very proactive system for our buyers. And then when your listing gets onto MLS, it also then goes to realtor.ca, and realtor.ca is where the public go. Realtor.ca is the number one site that I tell all my people to go to because it is fed by the MLS system. So all your listings are there. So MLS does all the heavy listings. Soon as you're on the market, we can tell how many realtors have looked at it, how many potential buyers got an automatic email the first day that it got listed. And then we can go into the Korea site and see how many people on realtor.ca looked at our listing. So we can track your numbers. So in that first 7 days, which is the most important, most important days when you're on the market, in that 7 days, we can see here's how many realtors looked at it. Here's how many people in the public system looked at it. And here's how many potential buyers got an email. If your numbers are great, and we track those numbers and we track them every week, but you're not getting any showings, then clearly you have not aligned your price to the market. And pricing is, again, your second most important tool. They kind of are. There's one is not more important than the other. MLS and pricing alignment are both equally important. And pricing is not a perfect science. We're looking at what happened yesterday. Here are the sales in your market yesterday, and we're trying to figure out what's happening tomorrow. And the market is always changing. So there is somewhat of a guessing game there in picking your price. It is not a perfect science. But you look at the research and you can pick out your range. And once you have been in the system, the market will tell you if you have not aligned your price. There is no bigger tool that gives you more exposure than the MLS system. You can do, Facebook, and you can do an open house, and people will say, well, we're doing these things to run more traffic through the listing. That's all great, but to be honest, like I don't need 1,000 people looking at the listing. I need maybe 20 very serious buyers who are usually working with a realtor already. Serious buyers are working with realtors because they want to be protected and they want to be serviced. So usually serious buyers are in the system. So that first 7 days, very important to align your price and very important to lean into the MLS system because it is where the magic happens and it is carrying the heavy load of getting your house out there to the public. So I hope you find this interesting. MLS, to me, I'm very passionate about the MLS system because I do believe it is our most important tool along with pricing it properly. As always, you can reach me at Dorothy Godin at remax.net or 705-561-2360. Have a great week.